Hello students, hello everyone. My name is Indresh Naik, chemistry faculty at Government Higher Secondary School, Khandola. Here I have made a small attempt or effort to serve society in whatever way possible. Means here I'll be teaching you. I'll be making small videos, whatever is required at the Goa board level. So here the first chapter what I have chosen is chemical kinetics, and in this chapter we will understand what is basic things of the chemical kinetic. So I will write the heading here. So thing what we have to understand is in chemical kinetics is the speed of the reaction. What we study in a chemical kinetics is the speed of the reaction. Speed of the reaction. Now this is a term speed in chemical kinetics or chemistry is called as a rate of the reaction. Rate of the reaction. Like if you see in classical mechanics, speed is defined as a distance travel, or I can write a distance upon time. Same way the rate or speed of the reactions is given as change in concentration, or here it is a change in a distance, right? So here I will write change in concentration upon that particular time taken. See, there are many reactions which takes place with a different speed. Some reactions are very fast, some reactions are very slow. Like if we can consider an example of rusting of an iron, right? Rusting of an iron is a very slow reaction. Spoiling of a food is a very fast reaction, not very fast or fast reaction, which we consider. A conversion of graphite to a diamond under very high pressure is very slow reaction, right? The different reactions take a different time. So how rate is defined? Change in concentration upon time. That is how the rate or speed of the reaction is defined. So either, like, let's say there is a reaction. I will write a general reaction. Let's say A plus B getting converted to a product C plus D. Like this is the product what we are getting. Now rate of the reaction could be expressed in terms of a decrease in concentration of any one of the reactant or increase in concentration of any one of the product, right? So here what I'll write is two definitions for the rate of a reaction. I'll use different color. So rate is equal to decrease in concentration of any one of the reactant upon time or time taken. But this is with respect to, this is given with respect to reactant, and with respect to product same could be written. Rate with respect to product could be written as increase in concentration of any one. Okay, here one two times. Okay. So any one of the product upon time taken. So these are the two ways which we by which we can express a rate. This is with respect to reactant and this is with respect to product. Now students, with respect to some general reaction, let us understand how to write a rate of the reaction. So let's consider this reaction. I'll write here, this is, let's say 2A plus 3B giving you 2C plus D, right? This is the product which we are getting over here. This is one particular reaction. These are A and B are the reactant and C and D are the products, and 2 and 3 these are the stoichiometric coefficients, and 2 is the stoichiometric coefficient of the product, and here 1 is the stoichiometric coefficient of the product D. So here how we are going to express the rate of the reaction. See, rate of the reaction, what I said at the beginning, rate could be expressed in terms of the decrease or increase in concentration. What I can say is with respect to reactant, if I am expressing, then it will be a decrease in concentration with respect to any one of the reactant, or increase in concentration of any one of the products. So I can say that rate is equal to, by convention, this is how we write. So minus delta, this square bracket represents a concentration. So delta A by delta T, right? Since this is a stoichiometric coefficient, by convention I write this over down in the denominator side. So here it will be minus 1 by 3, and this will be delta B, change in concentration, by delta T, a time taken. Further I can write this to be 1 by 2 delta C by delta T. Further, there is no stoichiometric coefficient, so I will just write delta D by delta T. So this is the way, this is the convention by which we can express a rate of the reaction. What does it mean? So I can say that rate is equal to decrease in concentration of this reactant, or also rate is equal to decrease in concentration of reactant B, or rate is equal to increase in concentration of C. So this is what I can say. So I can equate rate with this, I can also equate rate with this, I can also equate rate with this, I can also equate rate with this, or I can equate among themselves, right? I can write rate is equal to minus half delta A by delta T, or I can write a rate is also is equal to delta D by delta T. So this is a different ways of expressing the rate of the reaction. I can also equate this term, you can also equate this term with this, right? Since A is equal to, if this is the case, if A is equal to B and B is equal to C and C is equal to, then I can write A is equal to C, I can also write B is equal to D, or I can also write A is equal to, this is the same thing which we are going to do over here. Now one thing what you have to note is over here, the rate which is given over here is this negative sign. What does this negative sign represents? Okay, I'll take one example over here. I'll take one example for the same reaction, or we'll take one simpler reaction. Let's take A plus B, reactant A and B getting converted to product C. Okay, I'll take this 2 and this 1. Okay, here also 1. Now how you will write a rate equation for this? Rate equation we can write is minus 1 by 2 delta A by delta T is equal to minus delta means difference in the concentration by delta T, which is equal to delta C by delta T. Now this negative sign, what does this represent? See, it's very simple. Actually this whole term I am separating this term, minus 1 by delta A by delta t. This is not a negative term. See, speed cannot be negative. Remember, speed of the thing or rate of the reaction cannot be negative. It is always a positive value. This is a negative thing, means this rate is not a negative. Actually, this difference is negative. Means delta A is negative. So delta A multiplied by this minus 1 will be a positive value. So overall rate will be positive. Now how delta A is positive? So I will just write a delta A to be is equal to a concentration of A final minus concentration of A initial. So let us do this exercise, small exercise. Let us assume that at time t is equal to 0, the concentration of A, let us understand this reaction with respect to A only. Concentration of A is, let's say, a maximum. Let's say I am considering that is to be 50. I am considering that to be 50. The reaction will proceed. Proceed after some time. Let's say after 10 minutes. After 10 minutes, what would be the concentration of a reactant A? Obviously, the concentration of reactant won't be more than 50. Since the reaction has proceeded, the reaction concentration of reactant A should decrease. So I'll consider that concentration of reactant is getting reduced to something around 25. Okay, 25. So what has happened over here? There is a decrease in the concentration of A. Now this is my final, right? This is my final concentration after 10 minutes. A difference was of 10 minutes, and this was my initial concentration. So what I'll write for the difference, change in concentration, a final was 25 and initial is 50. So my answer is coming minus 25. And if you put it over here, in this case, and time was 10 minutes, that is what I consider. Okay, so rate is equal to minus 1 by 2, and this is delta A, or change in concentration of A was minus 25 by delta T. Time difference was 10 minutes. So what I am getting? I am getting answer to be 25, because minus into minus will be positive, and below it is 20. So how much it comes to? 25 divided by 20. The answer is, anyway, rate I am getting to be 1.25. So this is the significance of the negative sign in a rate equation. This is called as a rate equation. Remember, this is called as rate equation. This is the significance of the negative sign. Now for the product, we don't require a negative sign, because I'll explain that also. Let's say delta C. Delta C will be what? A concentration of C final minus concentration of C initial. Same thing I'll consider over here at 0 time. What would be a concentration of a C? At time t is equal to 0, the concentration of A was 50. What would be concentration of C? At 0 time, reaction is not started, so there is no any formation of the product, so it will be 0. So after 10 minutes, let's say there is certain amount of the formation of the product. Let's see, concentration of the product B is something 25 after 10 minutes. So this is my final value, and this is my initial value. So what would be this? Is there a need of negative sign? No. Final is 25 minus 0, which is itself a positive value. So there is no need of negative sign. So we have to understand that negative sign is because of the, together this difference, and this is not a negative, it is positive value. Now coming to the units of the rate of reaction, units. So basically rate is what? Rate is equal to change in concentration, whether it is reactant or a product, doesn't matter. It is a change in concentration upon change in time or time taken. That is what we can write, time taken. So it will be what? Change in concentration, whether it is a change in concentration or concentration. The units of the concentration will be, I will take a molarity, and units of that will be molarity unit is moles per liter. And time taken, let's say we are calculating time in seconds, or let us here we have considered minutes, so I will write minutes. So units of this will be moles per liter per minute, but mostly we take to be second. So if I write a units of time to be in seconds, so units will be moles per liter per second. Okay, this is the unit of the rate of the reaction. Okay, this is very important unit. See, without studying units, our study is incomplete in a science field. Unit tell lot information about any particular concept. Okay, so understanding the units is really very important. So what I'll do, I'll end this class over here. See you in the next lecture. Thank you.